bidding wars, paying way too much over asking than you're comfortable with, waiving your inspection. These are probably some of the horror stories that you're accustomed to for buyers in our market, I imagine. But imagine, if you will, a kind of buyer who doesn't have to face those kinds of problems. They do exist, and they're called downsizers. And let's talk a little bit more about them today. This is Anders Ibsen with Windermere Professional Partners, managing broker for Anders Ibsen Homes, and it's really nice to hear your questions and talk about the issues you care about. So what about downsizers? Let's talk about people in the North End who might consider that it's time to get a more manageable space. You've loved and lived your home for some time, but maybe you're just sick and tired of having too big of a space, and maybe you don't like painting siding or cleaning gutters or mowing the lawn, so why not consider a condo? If you look at the facts, which we're going to explore in just a moment, you might conclude that this not only fits your lifestyle, but it could be highly beneficial for your bank account. And here's how. If we look at the market statistics, let's look at North Tacoma as of now, first quarter 2022. Recently in our market, your typical single-family home is still relatively frequently experiencing bidding wars, roughly more than 102% over list price on average, meaning that multiple offers are pretty common and competitive situations pretty high. Whereas with condos in our neighborhood tend to sell at list price, meaning that statistically, if you're offering on that condo, you're more than likely going to be the only person offering on it, meaning competitive conditions are lower. Other market data bears this out too. If you look at that same situation, single-family homes, for every single-family listing that's on the market right now in North Tacoma, there are 4 other properties on average that are already under contract, a 4-to-1 ratio, which means extreme competitive conditions. Whereas for North End condos, there's only 1.5-to-1 of a ratio, meaning that while condos are still in demand, they're still highly desirable in our neighborhood, the competitiveness for buying a condo in our neighborhood is less than half of that of buying a single-family home. So what does this mean for you? Let's say that you've lived in your Proctor Craftsman for 15 years, you've loved it, but it's time for a change. You could potentially benefit from the best of both worlds. You could benefit from smoking hot selling conditions that net you a great net proceed at the end and favorable contract terms, while also enjoying comparatively merciful buying conditions that are less than strenuous and less than competitive. Not only does that mean that you can move on with less fuss and less drama, but you also have a fat bank account that you can take and use for travel, family, or just general peace of mind. Those are some options that might be at your disposal. And if you're ever curious about what that might mean for you, or if you just have questions about the market in general, I'm always a phone call away. Call, text, or email me anytime. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.